2 years actually younger than Jaime Munguia, but similar in size, height the same, reach 1 inch.
£9.1, presentando en la esquina negra, con un peso de 169.1 libras. He is undefeated in his campaign with a record of 25 wins, no losses, 2 draws, with 4 wins coming by way of knockout. Tiene un récord de 25 victorias sin derrota, con 2 empates y 4 ganadas por la vía del knockout. From Marseille, France, demos la bienvenida al invicto. Here is the undefeated Bruno Brunello Surace. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing gold trunks with white and blue trim. He weighed in the same as his opponent, 169.1 pounds. Pesando 169.1 libras. His outstanding record stands at 44 wins, no losses, with 35 wins coming by way of knockout. Tiene un sobresaliente récord de 44 victorias y una derrota, con 35 ganadas por la vía del knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the hard-hitting and popular world-ranked super middleweight contender and the former WBO junior middleweight champion of the world. Aquí está el ex-campeón mundial peso junior medio. Demos la bienvenida al sensacional y orgulloso guerrero de Tijuana, Baja California, México, Jaime Munguia. Y aquí está el referee, once again our referee, now to give instructions, Juan José Ramírez.
Okay, monsieur. No pause there. Doing fine. Any question? No, okay. Vamos a una prueba limpia, ¿eh? Chóquenlo, guántate la esquina. Suéltalo dos, Dios lo bendiga. Protegidos.
All right, here we go. Our main event from the Estadio Caliente in Baja California, Tijuana. I'm Christina Poncher, joined alongside Chris Algieri. The 4th fight of the year for Jaime Munguia, who is ranked in the top 10 in all 4 major sanctioning bodies and looking to have a big 2025. Looking to cap off the year with a win against Bruno Surace tonight, who is undefeated, 25-0 with 4 knockouts, making his debut outside of his native France. Munguia in the yellow trunks with the white trim. Surace in the black trunks with the yellow trim. Both fighters out of the orthodox stance. Munguia looking significantly, though, bigger in the ring tonight, Chris.
Yeah, bigger upper body, bigger shoulders. Looks more filled in at 168 than his French opponent. I do expect fireworks in this fight, though, because Surace he's a very aggressive guy. He throws in combination as well. Throws that right hand, very loopy, but he throws it often, and it's pretty accurate. Doesn't carry the same power that you see in the left hand of Munguia, but still an aggressive, tenacious guy.
Eric Morales back in the corner of Jaime Munguia for the second consecutive fight since the loss to Saul Canelo Alvarez, in which he was trained by Freddie Roach. He says he's got back to doing the altitude training that he was doing before in Big Bear, as well as training in Tijuana. And he said he's just the strategist that is Eric Morales, the way that they both break down fights and put together a game plan, the way he talks to him in the corner. He said they just mesh, they just gel so very well. And he was looking forward to, you know, getting back to his winning ways with him back in his corner. With no disrespect at all to Freddie Roach. He said they worked on some really great technical things, but he's happy to have been reunited with Eric Morales.
Yes, it was very interesting to listen to Jaime in the fighter meetings leading up to the Bazinian fight, where he spoke at length about Freddie Roach and their relationship, as well as Eric Morales and his style of training. A lot of strategy, a lot of fitness, and just being able to speak to him as a Mexican, as a former Mexican warrior and champion, meant a lot to Jaime Munguia.
Surace with the right hand down to the body. It's a feeling out round, under a minute left to go here in round one for both fighters. A lot of action here in our opening round, as again Surace circling around the outside.
And I think Munguia, especially when he's working with Eric Morales, you see him come out starting slower, analyzing, collecting data, trying to find his range before he really opens up.
Just kind of popping that jab out there.
There's that big looping shot, the overhand right from Surace. That's his punch. It's the overhand right.
He goes back to the stick, and there's Munguia with his jab.
Yeah, they exchange jabs there. Jaime's was heavier.
There's Jaime cutting off the ring there, finally going down the body with that left hand, and Surace looks to answer with the counter.
There you see the size and the physicality. There you saw the size and the physicality of Jaime Munguia, who was able to bully Surace in his own corner just before the end of the bell.
Also, Fernando Fernandez in the corner of Jaime Munguia, and Jaime Munguia Sr. in the corner of Surace. His father and also his chief second, Murad Hadu. Forgive my French pronunciations, I'm doing my best.
Yeah, don't ask me. That's not my language either.
So we take a look back at a few of the highlights. There wasn't a lot there in round one.
Now, there's a couple overhand rights from Surace, and then single body shot attempt at the end of the first round.
And we are actually taking the feed. There we go. Thank you for, we had a brief hold up on the feed there coming from Tijuana as we start round two. I'm sorry, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, there was a nice body shot attempt at the end of round one. Surace came out in this round. He landed a good jab into a right hand right down the middle and split the guard. You know, Surace is showing some fast hands here in this first round and a half. Not being super busy, but showing that he is capable thus far.
And how about Surace switching briefly to a southpaw stance, now back to orthodox. You see him kind of posturing when he moves to the right.
Ooh.
As he looks to throw that overhand right on Munguia.
tricky shot, though. He led with a lead uppercut that split the guard, landed well, and then a looping right hand that landed mostly in the glove.
Oh, and a big left hand from Munguia has Surace on the canvas here in round 2.
Huge left hand shot, slipped on the inside.
And for the first time as a professional, Surace has hit the canvas. A ton of time here left to work for Munguia.
Munguia taking his time, closing the distance, using that head movement, that tick-tock, side to side, trying to set that left hook up again.
Oh, down to the body with 2 left hands for Munguia.
Surace still looks out of sorts here. Legs aren't quite underneath him.
Right back down to the body.
He is firing back, though, off the ropes. Munguia, you got to understand, he's looking for that liver. He wants to set that shot up. That's his favorite punch. It was the left hook to the head that put Surace down. But one of Munguia's best punches is that left hook to the liver.
Under a minute left here in round 2. Surace down from a left hand. Fighting his way back now, seems to have at least got his legs up under him now. A minute left to go. Some good recovery, especially for a fighter who hasn't seen the canvas. Have been knocked down as a professional in his 27 professional fights.
Certainly seems to be moving around much better, was letting those hands fly. Unleashing those quick hands that he has.
30 seconds here. Nice right hand connects for Munguia. Backed against the ropes is Surace. He goes back down to the body with the left hand.
That was a nice right hand, right down the middle, right on the point of the chin. Split the guard.
I mean, that is a dangerous spot to be. Connects with the left hand up top once again.
Ooh, nice.
Just gets him to bite off a feint.
Yeah, that was a hard feint.
So a knockdown scored for Jaime Munguia in round 2. So beautiful timed left hand from Jaime Munguia. Drops Bruno Surace in the second round for the first time in his professional career.
Yeah, you can see him slip inside, big left hook, bang, right on the point of the chin there. Massive shot. Goes for the follow-up, looking for that body shot. That was a nice liver shot there. Surace took that quite well. Boom, and there was a nice straight right hand right down the middle, right on the point of the chin. Bang! Not gonna land a better.
Obviously, you get that condensation from fights before and water being poured in that corner. Dangerous spot to be there for Surace as Jaime Munguia continuing to stalk here in round 3. Goes right back down to the body with a series of punches, finishes up top with the left hand.
Yeah, Surace does not want to be putting himself on the ropes the way that he did there. He's just going to allow Jaime Munguia to let those hands go in combination, and he's going to find a home for those shots.
Side-to-side upper body movement from Munguia. Staying busy with the feints, busy with the jab.
Stop! Right!
You know, Surace is going punch for punch at this point, which is not a good idea. He's not as big of a puncher as Jaime Munguia is. He should get on that jab, use those quick hands, look to score. Munguia is not known for his defensive prowess. A jab can get to him.
Munguia looking to shoot the jab down low to the gut there. Cutting off the ring quite well. Really getting Surace right in a position to land shots like that.
Well, Surace is allowing him to walk him down to the ropes. And more you're seeing Munguia go down to that left hook to the liver, tenderizing the body of the Frenchman. Ooh,
right
big overhand,
hand.
right. Partially blocked, but still knocked Surace off balance.
Literally lifted up his front foot. Up against the ropes once again. Munguia looking to shoot the left hand. Brings it upstairs first as Surace, much to his advantage, up off the ropes.
And Munguia has done a good job actually making Surace miss because Surace is looking for one big punch at a time. He's not throwing the punches in combination like I've watched in his past fights. He's throwing singles, looking for home run shots, and Munguia seeing them a mile away.
40 seconds left here in round 3.
Munguia stalking, following. Could be cutting off the ring better, but still putting a lot of pressure on Surace.
Surace looking for any sort of opening to try to land a shot.
If he's getting stuck in the mud, he's not moving those feet anymore. He's waiting on the one big shot. That's allowing Jaime to come in with combinations.
Ooh. Look at a little counter though with the left hand there from Surace.
Listen, he's got fast hands and he's willing to fire them. Good shot there. Right hand, left hook combination.
Surace with his hand kind of raised, walking back to the corner, perhaps a little boost of confidence because he did find a little bit of success, if you want to call it that, in the last round. But
I certainly would. I mean, that was a nice combination. He actually threw more than one punch at a time, landed a right hand and a left hook. Definitely got the attention of Munguia.
Enough to give him the round?
No. No, spent way too much time on the ropes. Yeah, this body position here, with Surace leaning against the ropes and just covered up. It's not a good look. And some of those punches are getting through, but also you're catching flack. Those punches that are going through your elbow, going through the glove. You still feel those shots even though they're landing on the arm or the glove.
As we start round 4, what adjustments, if you're in the Surace corner, Chris, are you telling your fighter to make here?
Use the jab, be more consistent with that. Pop that jab, pop that jab. At this position right here, don't just back up and put yourself on the ropes. Also, throw in combinations. Stop loading up on single shots. You're not the power puncher here.
Just a huge opportunity for Bruno Surace against, without a doubt, the best opposition that he's ever faced. And, you know, he does have a 25-0 record, but not necessarily against guys that have had winning records as he tries to land a chopping right hand there on Munguia.
Seems like both guys having a lot of trouble with the moisture on the mat.
Well, and they're fighting outside, let's not forget,
True.
right? I mean, it's probably 50 degrees out there. There's got to be some precipitation, and a left hand lands there for Munguia around the guard of Surace.
Being told it's 53 degrees out there right now. I don't think we've given enough credit to Surace, you know, coming across the world, you know, putting his undefeated record on the line against his toughest opponent to date by far, coming to his backyard.
Absolutely, and he said he got the call 3 months ago, so he's had plenty of time, but he said, look, I have an opportunity to change my life, to change my family life, and I will do whatever it takes.
I'd say he definitely trained for body shots because Munguia has ripped some good left hooks to the body, and Surace has taken them well, hasn't really shown.
Particularly with that left hand.
Yeah, I mean, that's Munguia's weapon. That's one of his best punches, one of his favorite for sure. And he's landed some good ones, even on the hip and around the elbow. Those punches usually hurt guys, and Surace has taken them well.
Up top for Surace. Nothing that's really caught the attention of Munguia through the first, nearly a minute left in the 4th round here.
I know Surace has not been all that active offensively, but I will say he has made adjustments. I've seen him in past fights be a little wilder, be a little more reckless with his shots. He has cleaned up his offense quite a bit, which, you would have to still be here at this point.
Down to the body again with the left hand for Munguia.
But Munguia now is getting more creative with the offense, mixing those punches up quite well.
Oh, nice uppercut lands there for Surace.
Tricky shot up the middle, splits the guard. Jaime looked, couldn't tell if he was off balance, if that actually wobbled him, but he's coming right back.
Yeah, he came back with a left hand to the body and a right hand around the guard of Surace, but that was a significant shot for the Frenchman. 15 seconds here in round 4. Down to the body uppercut of his own for Munguia.
Surace is showing some good durability.
Oh, overhand right for Surace. Solid into this round.
I would say that Surace has gotten some respect from Jaime Munguia.
I was going to say the
in
same,
that last
yes.
round. I mean, he landed some big shots. It was a nice uppercut to split the guard, some chopping right hands. Definitely got the attention of Munguia. Not sure how much it did he damage, but I guess we'll see in the replay. You see, again, Surace fighting off the ropes, coming back with some combinations, but getting stuck on the ropes too much and allowing Jaime to land some vicious shots. There was that tricky little uppercut. That was a little bit of a glancing shot that wasn't as clean as it looked initially.
But shots like that are going to continue to boost the confidence of Bruno.
If it did nothing
Surace.
else, it gave Surace the reason to raise his hands at the end of the round as he walked back to his corner.
As we begin round 5. Jaime Munguia has done some significant work to the body through the first 4 rounds, particularly with the left hand. He's dropped Surace in round 2 with that left hand, a grazing shot to the head.
His counter there from Surace on the outside, a little pull counter with the right hand, catches Jaime Munguia just below the ear.
Really important for Jaime Munguia. He told us to have one more fight before the end of the year. This, in fact, his 4th fight of 2024. Wanted to bring it back to his backyard in Tijuana, a place that he hasn't fought since February of 2022. Down to the body with the left hand. He goes wanting to put on a good show for his fans.
Loading up along the ropes there, but Surace showing that he's a durable, physically strong guy. He puts that high guard up, doesn't leave a lot of openings, is willing to take those shots on the arms and the elbows.
Side-to-side upper body movement, moving his way in. Surace smartly backs off against the ropes after his back touch is there and moving forward with the jab and then swinging wildly, missing with the hook is Munguia.
Yes, Surace he's keeping it.
Chopping right hand for Surace.
He's keeping it very simple, keeping the guard up, looking to fight a counter fight. You know, waiting for Munguia to overthrow these shots, be off balance, and then counter. He's found a home for that lead uppercut.
Some good work once again with the back against the ropes. I mean, anytime Surace gets stopped and tagged there, it's down to the body and then back up top, no question for Munguia.
Yeah, and everything's hard. Munguia needs to change up. He needs to change up the speed. He's throwing everything in the same tempo, and it's allowing Surace to get the timing and rhythm. You got to be a little more deceptive when you got a guy who's just going to shell up the way that Surace is on the ropes.
And for Munguia, how can he kind of get him to open up just a little bit more so he can land these shots a little bit cleaner?
More of that we just saw, that jab. Use that jab, split the guard, keep touching him, take a little bit of power off the punches, and let the hands go a little more, throw in combination.
Double jab, right hand, left combination there for Surace. And I just feel like you can see Surace thinking in there, right? Like he's really trying to figure out how he can get inside and land something on Munguia, who is continuing to feint, move side to side with the upper body movement, use the jab, and of course invest in the body.
I think first and foremost he's thinking about how not to take any more punishment.
But that's kind of the goal, obviously, right?
Not to take punishment and also look for openings. Because again, he's fighting a complete counter fight, counter tactics. So he's fighting mostly off the ropes here. You see Munguia going to work, but again, everything is hard. Just hard shots with both hands, not being deceptive, not setting punches up anymore, And then back comes Surace when he has these opportunities. Munguia overthrowing at times, gets off balance and leaves himself open for combinations like that. Not all of those punches weren't clean, but they're scoring blows for Surace. There you see those opportunities where he's trying to catch Munguia when he's off balance overthrowing.
And there was that solid 4-punch combination for Surace, too. A highlight moment for him in that last round. It's kind of been too far and few between, really, in my opinion, to win him most of these rounds.
And also, when you see them in slow motion, you see that they're all glancing, that Jaime's moving with them. Surace does have fast hands, so I think it looks like it's more effective initially, but in hindsight, they're not really the cleanest shots.
But I also think what you've been able to see with Jaime Munguia, especially with how this fight has gone, and really all the fights he's had, now second after Canelo, is that he's kind of tightened some stuff up a little bit in terms of how he's throwing his shots as well. You know what I mean? He's placing them to the body very well. He's using his jab. I mean, I know he's the kind of fighter that will take a couple to give his out. You mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, we're seeing less of that, for sure. But also, I
and
agree
the
with
level
you.
of opposition.
In terms of the way that he throws his punches now, he's not quite as reckless as he used to be, throwing long combinations and throwing double, triple, quadruple left hands. You can't do that as you go up in class, as well as you're going up in weight. These guys hit much harder. So, you know, at 154, he's able to throw those long combinations. Here at 168, he's a lot more judicious and careful with the combinations so he doesn't get countered by the bigger punchers.
Yeah, of course, the former WBO junior middleweight champion, 5 successful defenses there.
Good chopping right hand there from Surace.
Now 3-1 at 168 pounds. Of course, that lone loss to Canelo Alvarez in May of this year. 2 minutes left to go here in round 6. Down to the body, of course, combination starting again with that left hook.
If you remember how Jaime Munguia was able to drop and hurt Surace early, was punching with him. At this point, they're taking turns. It's your turn, my turn. Surace is waiting. He allows Munguia to work with his hands up, and then as soon as he's done, he throws.
Munguia using a lot of those feints too with the foot. Jab, overhand right misses.
Yeah,
back to the jab.
He's taking a little bit of power off those shots. I think that's smart.
Well, it's kind of what you said that he needed to do in order to be able to get more effective at landing some of those inside shots, change the speed. How about doubling up on that jab?
Just jabbing in general, high, low, sticking that jab, blinding your man so he can't see the right hand coming, punching through the guard because they're unaware that right hand's next. The jab is just such a versatile weapon and tool.
You know, we were watching and calling that Bazinian fight. We were like, okay, well, this is a good fight. They kind of went back and forth, and then you thought Bazinian was in it until he wasn't. Right?
Exactly.
It's like Munguia took a round off and then came back and finished him. Oh, my goodness! Munguia goes down in round 6!
He's done.
Oh, my goodness! He does not beat the count. It is over.
One punch
Bruno
knockout.
Surace has knocked out Jaime Munguia.
Wow.
Oh my goodness! What an upset in Tijuana! What jubilation from Team Surace, who has come over from France in his first fight outside of France and has got the knockout victory against Jaime Munguia.
Can you believe this?
No.
This guy, listen, I said we got to tip our hat